Jon Toogood needs no introduction. He's been a guest on NZOWN many a time, but today here promoting the adults because you're in the midst, by the time you see this, of the tour. So you would probably at this time of night be recuperating from the Power Station show.
Power Station, yes, it would have been the Power Station, and before that, Newfoundland, and then before that, the Wairarapa at Warren Maxwell's new venue, which is pretty cool. It's called King Street Live.
Yes, I've heard about it. Didn't realise it was Warren. So that's awesome.
He's a cool cat, Warren. You know, not only a great musician, but a real supporter of the youth and.
About time there was a really cool live venue there as well.
Well, I mean, there's heaps of people there. Peter Jackson's got a house there.
So let's talk about this incarnation of the adults, because usually Shane Carter, he's got other things to do, obviously. So you've got Aaron Tokona.
Yeah, I mean, basically, love Shane. He's an amazing, totally unique musician, and it's been great playing with him. But I mean, we did the winery tour with, and it was just the reason I wanted this tour to happen was basically we were just starting to cook. Like it was just like, this is actually an amazing band in its own right. I want more. So I instantly said, just if you can get some shows in the winter, in between writing the She Had record and recording the She Had record, I'll do it. And then it was like, Shane was like, yeah, but I've really got to finish my album. And so I just thought, well, with the adults being what it is, it's great because it is like you can change and you can do things. And me and Aaron have always been buddies, and I do think I've always thought he's the best guitar player in the whole of the Southern Hemisphere, let alone New Zealand. He's a genius. Because
you would have probably toured back in the day of the Wellington rock scene with Weta, I'm assuming, at some point?
Well, totally. And not only that, but the General Electric tour that we did for the album through New Zealand, it was Weta, Fur Patrol and She Had.
So, rad. That's so cool.
So it's like a reformation of that tour in one band.
So the show's coming up then. We've got still to come Wellington, Christchurch.
Just Christchurch, Wellington. And I mean both. I really love both those cities for different reasons, but there'll be special shows.
That is going to be rad. And so, and then you're going to be working on an adults album as well. At some point.
Without a doubt. But that's not till next year because I'm right in the middle of writing a She Had record.
You're with Jazz Common this time round.
Yes. So we basically did the Black Sabbath tour, which was totally one of the highlights of my life.
How was that in itself?
Fantastic, just amazing. Like totally, they were great. We had a really cool set together. The crowds were huge. It was just awesome. It's like a childhood dream come true, really. It's a total bogan from way back. And so it was awesome not only meeting Oz, everyone's going, how's Ozzy? And it was cool. I mean, it was great meeting him. He was awesome. But for me, it was like Geezer Butler and Tony Iommi, you know. These are like, they wrote the music that's the soundtrack to my youth, you know. So not only have them go, and they were really cool, like Tony Iommi said, it's so nice for a change to not have to stick my fingers in my ears when the support act's playing.
Oh, wow.
He was watching, and it was like he was watching, and Geezer was, that guy wrote the words to Paranoid and War Pigs and stuff like that, and he's like totally down to earth. He told me the story about how his nephew was jealous that he was on tour with She Had because his nephew's got all our records and stuff, and I was like, gold.
Wow.
Gold. I kept my cool while I was talking to him. I was like, that's awesome. And then like me and Carl ran back to our dressing room. And it's like hugging each other, just going, yes. It was like Christmas. And then we saw Jazz Coleman the other day in Melbourne, actually, who's going to produce it. Who produced the Churn album.
Yes, I was going to say. Album. So wow.
So it's a real return to this sort of it's a full circle story. And he used to joke. Well, he used to actually want to go to places like Egypt and stuff way back then, but we used to go, there's no way we'd do that. But when he suggested let's go and record in Cairo this time around, was just like, as long as we've got some sort of security or some way out of the country if it all goes to pear-shaped, we're totally up for it.
Cool. So, well, that's something exciting for us to keep an eye out for then. So that's going to be happening, I guess you'll be tucked away then.
That's September. But yeah, so I do the adults tour. It's going to be great, and then basically go straight back to Melbourne, with the guys again, and then September in Cairo. Actually, we've been asked to like play for the Australian SAS in Afghanistan on our way over, so that could be quite interesting.
Wow, that's just like, you know, a few months in the life of Jon Toogood. Actually, this whole year sounds like it's been amazing so far already.
Well, yeah, actually the last 3 years have been amazing actually, so I just want to keep it going, you know.
Rock and roll.
Yeah.
Well, let's go check out a track for the adults right here. Which video would you like to watch?
Nothing to Lose is my favourite personally.
All right,
so,
great bassline, man.
Yeah, cheers. Two notes.
Here we go, it's the adults on NZOWN.